Alright, hello and hello. Welcome back, ladies and gents. We're we're over an hour behind schedule, but it is what it is. We've got a bit of an intense game right before this one, so we can get over that. But into this one, of course, I know we've kept you guys waiting for a little bit, but either way, we're going to be getting into this one hopefully sooner than later, right? Of course, but the game itself, a bit of a UK derby. We've got Viperio taking on Into the Breach. UKCS never been better. Both these teams in the RMR. Gotta be seeing where they can go in the next month when that comes. When time comes for that. But right now we'll get to see which one of these teams will be able to take the W here. Now it's gonna be interesting. It's not the first time these guys have played each other. Back when Into the Breach themselves were without an organization, when they were still Orgulous Heroes, around the time they came together, they played each other a couple of times here, or in a best of three at least. But either way, we've got a couple other things here as well. You can see currently the standings in the group. AGO and Team Spirit Academy just making it through 2-0 there. They still got a couple of chances as well, but we gotta find out who else is gonna be coming up 2-0 here, because Viperio, ITB both right there, waiting for their own opportunity, their own chances to find themselves eventually there. But we'll see. Of course, winner 2-0, loser 1-1. No one goes home just yet. But we gotta find out where we gotta be getting ourselves into, of course. So we can try and go through this a little quick potentially as well. But into the teams here, we can take a look at them. Viperio, let's take a look at them first here. This team consisting of Artist, Extinct, Giraffe, MMS, and Gizmy on the server, on the lineup, on the front lines. This one, with basically on the coaching staff, we'll see what they can do. Right, Extinct, he's been in the team for a couple of weeks now. They had a couple of issues. I believe Christ was standing in for a while, then they made the RMR with him, then reasons whatever, unable to actually keep playing full time for the RMR, I believe. At least this is what I've heard, but that could be a little bit wrong, I'm sure. But either way, Extinct, he'll be on the lineup now as well. They've been together for a couple of weeks now with him, so they've had a little bit of practice, and from what I can tell, they looked alright. They've had a couple of wins, a couple of losses. It's been up and down, but they've been trying to make it work nonetheless. While for the opposing team as well, ITB, this one has been working pretty damn well. I've seen them from basically the inception when ITB picked him up. I've seen them playing. They've been really damn good. Like, individually, I'd say Crucial has been... He's just been on a whole nother level at times. Rollin especially, he's not been really shying away from dropping like 30 bombs. If overtime comes as well, he'll drop 40 if he has to. They've been looking real damn good in that sense. So I'm really interested to see if the boys can keep that sort of that sort of consistency up here as well. But I did say as well, they've played each other a couple of times. Now, it was before or right before Into the Breach did pick up this team. They played each other in a best of 3 in the previous edition of this in the close qualifiers. It was a 2-0 for the Into the Breach lineup. A 16-10 on Inferno, a 16-1 on Ancient. And of course they did play themselves as well in the closed qualifier for the RMR, I believe. Yep. So that was the best of 1. You did go back then to Vertigo, a 16-12 Into the Breach, picked that one up again. So far, Viperio, yet to get a W over this over the ITB boys here. So that's going to be a little bit of a grudge match for them. But we'll have to see where the maps do lead us. That'll be something to keep in mind as well headed into this. But Viperio, they decided to start this one off here, and ITB picking Inferno and Nubis coming in from Viperio as well. Pretty much makes sense. At least in some sense here, but we'll see exactly where this is going to be going. Vertigo as well is going to be the last map, the decider. So we can see, a couple of the maps we've already seen these guys play against each other. So both of those, of course, having gone the way into the Breach, keep that in mind. But Interesting here is the Anubis pick for Viperio, because it's a map that they have struggled to get it over the finish line. Because every single game has been close. It's been 16-10 or 16-12 and up. So they've lost those games, but still, it has never been worse than 16-10. It's been real damn close every time they've played it. And, I mean, this hasn't even been against bad teams, right? Monty, iNation is in there as well. Coalesce, they lost against a couple of times at Epic. Then Sinners, Let Us Cook. They're not bad teams they've lost against, so there is that. They've got their fundamentals down. But it's a map that Into the Breach has been pretty good on. Their T-side specifically looking good, and I'll even say this, their last two games on the map, a week ago they played Gods and then 500, 16-2 and a 16-3 win, so that is some goddamn strong Anubis. But we'll get ahead of that later. Right now we head to Inferno instead, Into the Breach. It's their map pick. We're gonna see what they can do. For Viperio, they've only played it a handful of times. But they at least get to choose where to start, and that's gonna be on the CT side as we get things underway. Kickstart this first map. Kickstart this second to last best of 3 of the day. Let's see where we're going. It is an A-take here. Couple of smokes, Molotov towards shore as well. Clear on some of these corners, so if there is a crossfire, they're gonna deal with that pretty damn easily. But, there comes this. But in the CT... Ooh, actually, no, hold on. This is just all over the place. They're in CT, they're towards A at the same time, but they found the kills in CT that they needed to at least get them towards the B site here. I believe it was Crucial who jumped out of the apartments to keep them on A for a couple of seconds longer, and well, seemingly could have worked out. It did catch the CT side into the rotation as well. They're now playing for the 2v1 after plant here. Artist, 11 HP to his name. Just one USP. That's picked up the kit now as well, so there's that to work with. But problem is, 15 seconds, 20, even less than that, and his HP, it's all the way down to 0 now with Cypher finishing things off Into the Breach. This is all around the all around the play sort of play here. It very much did seem like Viperio were faked with the play as well, and not the only ones, I will say. It felt like, okay, maybe they are going to try and run through that smoke for a little bit. Maybe they're going to try and wrap A, do something funky. Because the apartments player was there as well to keep their attention towards the site. CT's, okay, let's just go through a CT. Let's see what we can get. Let's see if we can catch them on long. Nope, they're the ones who get caught in spawn instead. Into the Breach just like that. They kind of just get themselves to B site after a couple of kills. But either way, take pauses. Whatever we've had here, they've been solved, so side here. Couple of MP9s. Definitely a welcome addition to any round like this. But here's well, we'll see what the defense can do. The B side is just throwing the smokes back and forth, baiting the utility. So if ITB can get themselves some sort of an entry. Though. Long smokes. Something ITB have been doing since the Since the lineup has been bored, it has been a lot of focus on long control. Happy to see that here as well. They're not changing too much. But toward the side, though, you've got a couple of players to take down. Artist is still at the back as well with this MP957 from Gizby as well. Or Giraffe, excuse me. That's found a little bit of action now, though removed. It still puts the T-side at a 2v2. HP very low on both sides. Crucial. The only one who's got anything to work with, but now he's been removed. Alas, it comes down to the last man standing. Artist could be the hero this round. Needs him to be. With a single bullet to do the difference. Rollin. Up close, personal. 10 seconds. Time is of the essence. And Artist will force out the fight. Wide swings on 1v2. Picking up 4 in this round as well. Viperio force by works out wonders. Died. Right back into it. If Viperio can do it, why can't they? That's the sort of mentality they have, but... Welcome to Inferno. We've got a crash course on Banana. You dodge the nades. If you don't, you're gonna be like Cypher. You're gonna end up like him. Nope, Banana. Continues going pretty damn well for the side of Viperio now. Yet to lose a single player. Of course, though, I'm gonna say that and suddenly one of the CTs lose their life, I would imagine. Not just yet, at least. Ron's, well, will be hunted down, removed. There you go. CT side. 2 on the board and not a casualty in sight. Good start to them for now, and see if they can continue that. Because if the last round's easy, this should be just as easy. Probably a lot easier as well. T-side not gonna have even a PT-50 in this round. Not even a flashbang, so... We'll see what they decide to get up to here. What sort of shenanigans are there going to be here? So far, pretty damn slow. Makes sense as well for a round like this. You've got nothing. You get to take the time, see what the CT side use in terms of util. Because if nothing else, they'll have to buy up to $1,200 back. So it's a little bit, you know, the little things that matter. Now, if they get any kills on top of this, that'll be a bonus. Here, though, we'll have to see if they can overwhelm the CT defense, because Arts is struggling a little bit, but he does have teammates with him. CT side, though, they do end up losing a couple of players here. For last man standing, I don't think it's going to be standing for too much longer either. Eventually removed. So, 2 kills. Some util that has to be bought back for the CT side, ITB. Or full eco, not that bad. Now we headed towards round 5 instead. Here's what the guns are coming out. No warp on the T side just yet, but the CT side, they immediately get one. Of course, as well, a reminder as well to those of you at home. CCT is the code of 1xbet if you want to check that out. Of course, remember, it is gambling. You know what it is. You know what it means. Be responsible, be safe when you're betting. Only bet when you can afford it. Please do it only if you are above the age of 18, of course. Do not do underage gambling. That is something else entirely. Here, though. Where's Banana? Gives me... Took a bit of a gamble, hoping no one was going to be that close. The flashbangs would have affected it and made it a little bit longer. Instead, in that Cypher double kill. Response as well eventually towards A. leading us towards the B site. CCT is going to be re-smoked here while Giraffe's already made his way across as well. Towards the other side, but that's not going to do much. Round already over. Giraffe, though, is waiting for his own exit. Wondering when he can remove himself. Boss eventually does. All in all, T side are going to be getting themselves a second round here on the board. It's pretty damn easy as well when you do see how it started. Cypher getting 2 kills towards Banana. From that, all you really had to do was just group up and keep going towards B. Highly unlikely they are going to have a third there as well. And even if they did, they had that group cluster headed towards the side. They had to trade. So it all goes well for the T side from there on out. And, you know, that is a little bit of how Inferno works. Banana, oftentimes, it can dictate a round. Especially in the early parts of the round itself as well. No? On the next one, we continue again. Find out what this one has. What the T side are going to be capable of getting themselves up to. But if the CT side can survive another scare, of course 3 players surviving the last round. His third card is going to be A-OK for this one. Potentially for the next one as well, of course. Depends on who saves and whatnot. That'll be something. I said nades as well, watch out for those. Almost I think he heard me, watching out for both those nades headed his way. Don't guess me. Might get flashed in, or if he's just playing the fading smoke, that as well works out. It's a pretty damn good play to make, but instead of re-smoke that T-side as well, just as they're running or throwing in their own usual. Timing is going to be a little bit difficult to work with, however, this is wonderful for Gizmy. Every single one of them just running through this, but look at what he's done. He's dropped the bomb, he's dropped Thomas, one more round Banana as well. Crucial next one at the crosshairs, but instead survives. Now his teammate extinct. At the back of the site, will still stand as well. Last man standing, Vault doesn't even have the bomb. I don't think he's even got this anymore. You can try and force it, but the time is going to be something that he can't really work with. All they need is a flashbang and MMS swing. Things the last man as well. Viperio, that could not have gone any better on Banana, even if they tried. They dropped the bomb. They don't allow the immediate trade, and they waste time trying to get into the site as well. Fantastic round for the CT side. Now again. Getting ready for the next round, Viperio. Looking for their 5th, while ITB take a timeout to discuss how does the 3rd one get taken back here. Round 7, of course, T-side half by only. You know what, this is now going to take them as well. What sort of an idea do they have? And already you can see, unlike the last pistol round they had, this one is going to be a little bit faster. Not going to be wasting down much util just for the early rounds, the strategy, but oh, here, watch out. Feel the gun CZ, 75 comes out for Artist. Well, Giraffe will be removed here himself. We could get into CT, however. A couple players spotted. Rollins got to tell his teammate as well to try and help out if he can. That now should clear all of long as well for the CT side. Doing pretty well. Last man standing. Tech 9. Trying to get the M4 here, but even if he does manage to get this, problem is, Vault does not have the bomb in control at the moment. Gonna have to try and go look for that elsewhere. The M4 as well. It'll fail him. Out of ammunition, Viperio do close out at 5th. Pretty damn easy. Of course, just pistols. It is what it is. Now, though, we head towards round of 8. Again, another gun around for the C side. Into the breach. The thing that you do got to keep in mind is the fact that the gun rounds are going to be started to run out eventually as well, but just now, for now at least, no issue. None just yet. However, I do wonder how things could continue going. Vault, he's found himself a kill here. Artist, though, no scope to finish off Rollin while he takes a little bit of damage in return. Quite a bit, actually, but that's a double kill towards 8 they found, I believe, and now they gotta try and hope that the CT side had made rotations away from B, and that they would have done as well. You are correct in assuming that. Big boost as well gives me back up with Bomb has been punted in the meantime. He's got 2 somehow. Overwatch eyes from above. CT side man advantage back their way now. This Vault and Crucial, no utility at all to speak of on these two, but the CT side has got plenty. Flashbangs to get them into the site, wait for the smokes as well. They've got a little bit of time to work with. Bomb flashbang is coming in as well. Vault getting ahead of this one. Giraffe now needs to try and check this last man as well. Vault trying to give us a bit of a show here, but on the bomb extinct, I think he's just barely got it as well. Couple seconds maximum 2. But he still managed to get that one over the line. Viperio. Pretty damn solid retake. Gives me as well so far. He's doing wonderfully 11 and 5. He's got 2 imported rounds under his belt already. What, 2-3 rounds ago he drops the bomb in a banana place to smoke. That last round as well, fighting 2 from the boost. Going else, he's got a bit of a dynamic B setup going on here. He can change things up when he needs to. So far, ITB yet to find the answer to this. Banana though, Cypher is going to be overlooked in the smoke for a second, but Extinct, he's the one making sure he will be heard. Well, that as well clears most of Banana. The CT side can start focusing a little bit more towards A if they want to. Seemingly have done so. Extinct left towards B with the util he has. Gives me a rotation made, but here comes the explosion towards A. Or at least something off the solid. A little poof comes out. Rollin, your head's to charge a little bit here. Gives me. It's going to be checked as well. Molotov to clear him. Couple flashbangs. Good counter util as well for the CT side. And now they've got 2 to try to shut this one down. But look behind the smoke. It's got the second man. Artist hurt as well. Tags coming through. 1 and 2 entries. Now they still got to find MMS here. Back the side. Back at pit. One found. Another one is still low as well. Could have found another one. They'll leave it into a 1v3 Extinct. The only man to try and deny a 3rd round for ITB. Now Flash, immediately as well, signals where he's coming from, and Crucial, as easy as ever, cleans up the round. ITB, though, fantastic way back into it. Despite losing banana control early, despite the CT side realizing they could go ahead and stack towards A, They find every single kill they needed to. They get caught a little bit in the open. Artist maybe, you know, not as open, but still behind the smoke. Able to find him as well. Audio cues and all that. Couple of kills they needed. They got him. 6-3 now. CT side. Money. Suddenly looking a little bit tough here for them. How do you work with this now? Well, you still more mollies. Look at the CTs from Banana. At least one of them. This mean will be left here to tend to his own devices. Molotov dropped as well. We'll make the T side alert of his position. Drop a smoke, another one as well. Now he can back off. Problem is now, if you look at the CT utility belt, they've got nothing. They've got 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, and a Molotov they just threw on A. This one, for the CT side, absolutely will come down to just the aim duels and nothing else. Maybe a little bit of trickery. But we'll include that in the aim duel department as well. On B, Martis, well, here was one. Op signals his whereabouts, and suddenly the CT side. They'll have to start making rotations towards the B site as well here. See what they can do. But they're going to be mustering up in terms of a defense, because the site has been taken now. Only the defense turns to a retake. One plant as well heard audible. And now the lack of utility becomes a huge issue here for the T side. They've got one flash they managed to pick up here for Crucial. He's also got to kill somehow. Now though. Okay. Suddenly, it's a 3v5 that's turned into a 2v2. You're after one man who's making this work for the CT side here in Vault. They should... No, they don't have a K, however, on either one of these players at the moment. It's a 10-second defuse. Smoke deployed as well. Vault has to get in on this, and he makes it quick. 1 and 2 headshots. Beautiful, instantaneous. On the transfer. IZB. Damn lucky they managed to pick that one up. There was nothing going their way. They still managed to pick it up. The right timing. An insanely lucky shot towards Artist, towards Coffin as well. But ITB, they do pick it up. And now, down to pistols. As mentioned, the economy is a huge issue. Rough. Can't get it. We're all on 9 HP from the Zeus. You gotta respect the attempt. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out this time. Wondering when does it work out? Couple of kills at a time. Started to see this one now. Find its final targets this round conclusion. About to be there. Just waiting for the bomb plants. There you go. Crucial eventually has enough of enough of his shenanigans towards mid. ITB. Getting closer to breaking this one even. Well, there you go. Roland finds himself an open or easy final kill, and things are looking a-okay. 6-5 here. ITB. Crucial leads the charge towards the top of mid immediately. Trying to find something towards brackets, and long smoke is well deployed, or having been heard on the other side as well. Ooh, point with the duel here. What a shot from him. Showed his shoulder through the smoke, walks back, and outplays the op on the other side. A trades are coming through as well. Long splits the wraps towards A. Said those are going to be an issue here. Those have been the bread and butter of ITB, let's put it that way. But now they're slowing down. They think if they even want to go for this, answer eventually is a big fat no. They'll head back towards B instead. He smokes down, however, an extinct. Playing from Coffins. A nade could be fantastic in this position as well, but he's got to find Thomas first if he wants to try and survive. But having been found, the last leads us to a 6-6 scoreline here. Drop though. Let's pick back up the AWP. Finds it adds a bargain bin. Gets himself something nice before the round comes to its conclusion. GT's. A little bit of a funky play for them. 4 towards 8. Pushing into second mid to see what they can manage to get up to here. As they're playing the trading game, they unfortunately find themselves down 2 very quickly. The buy for them has not gone well at all. An unusual play, but one that very well can work out. But this time, doesn't seem like that's coming even close to question. It's the last man standing. Hopes towards B, but a couple of players he has to get past while the A side is being taken in the meantime. And Cypher, easy enough. Just hold his crosshair. Suddenly, what was a 6-2 scoreline at one point has turned a little bit around here. 6-7. 5 in a row for Into the Breach. They're looking like they might be on fire a little bit here. Even if it does take a while to wake up, they eventually get somewhere. Nate's well going from banana and top mid to try and catch a little bit of chip damage against these T players that might not have been expecting it. Viperio still finds himself a man down with Rollin. Man who makes the difference immediately. Hold on, did Rollin spot MMS here? I'm not entirely sure, but doesn't seem like that's even going to be questioned. Drop MMS, both find a couple of kills. How does this happen? Both find 2. Crucial. Absolutely wrecked in this position here. 1v4, open hand. CT side, they're not going to let him even get close to this one. How the hell has this suddenly happened? Man, a crossfire could not even get past the first one if I had to take a guess, but Extinct gives it up instead. Still though, 3 to find. One man's behind him as well at the same time, and MMS, there we go. All he has to do is bait it for a second. Here's Gizmy. As Viperio, they tie things up here. Insane plays for the Swag 7 on Giraffe and MMS to 5-7. I did not see that coming. Viperio either way. 7 on the board, competing for round up 15 here. Of course, if you want to see what Hellcase has, if you want to compete for a couple of the skins they have, or maybe giveaways they might be holding every now and then, you can check them out as well. Code CCT gives you a little bit of a bonus, a little bit of free stuff when you sign up. All that available in the description. However, Gizmy wants to get down and dirty himself. Tools towards Banana have been taken, and immediately looking out ITP as well. Molly's in retaliation to try and slow down the CT push. ITB, they've got a plan of E, they've got a backup plan, and how does a round like this play it? Because they did take all the brackets already as well here. CT side, they gave it up so nicely. Watch out for the ult though, watch out through long smoke. The edge of it as well, Vault creeping through, find himself a victim in the open. MMS, one man trying to stop this A push, and he's done so as well. Brought it back down to just crucial now. Same as last year, and has to do everything. Try to secure it at the end here. Bomb goes down to 1v2. Retake commencing Artist. HP down to 2 down both as well. It will push crucial in this one corner. He cannot get away from creeping in his Artist. Making sure this one goes to an 8-7. Viperio take it to half. We'll be right back with the second half to see how this one closes out. Alright, ladies and gents, second half now. ITB put on the CT side of Inferno. What they can do, of course, their map pick. They've played this plenty of times, and the CT side, stats-wise, numbers-wise, a slightly better one than their T side, so keep all of that in mind, but either way, we'll see what else this one now has. Viperio, 4-man unit, headed towards A now. 5 is last match as well, will be joining them. Only 2 on the CT side as well to try and do anything against this. Rollin spots it already. Telling his teammates they need a little bit of help here, or maybe not. He's a one-man army apparently. Finding a couple, however, crucial has been removed. Bomb as well down towards Pit and MMS. If he goes down to the recovery, he's going to be also incredibly difficult as well. Eventually as well, they fight back, but Rollin, he's already done the impossible towards Pit here. He's survived long enough for his teammates to rotate both towards short here. If you just look at the HP on Viperio players, this is not a doable round. Not when Cypher and Volt are holding the same position here as well. Just walk on in, and it's going to be easy as 1 and 2. Maybe you have to count to 3, but still, they do get them eventually. Rollin, beautiful round for him. The fact as well he drops the bomb, a bit of a mistake for the Viperio side to let that bomb go towards Pit instead of clearing towards sight, but it is what it is. It happens every now and then instead of Viperio. The way you look at this is them having to struggle a little bit more just to or to take this first map away from ITB. Because again, a reminder, they've yet to win a single series against ITB in an official game. Not the first time we've seen the Zeus being pulled out here, but this time it doesn't even do damage. Last one. 9 HP was left remaining, but this round a little bit cleaner overall. ITB picking up the first two on the CT side, making the second one. Pretty damn good at their economy in the early rounds, gets a little bit of a boost here. They can also play a bit of a bonus round. They'll be a-okay. For Viperio though, now, this one will tell them, or will tell us what sort of a comeback story this might be, or comeback, I guess. Not really, but ITB, either way, they did come back from what? It was a 6-2 scoreline against them. Took the first half by storm towards the end of it. Didn't spray though. It is unconfirmed damage, but still, it's something that will work against the T side eventually as well, because Artist and Extinct both get tagged down a little bit there. The other one a little bit more maybe than the other, but still crucial. Wants to get information as well. Wants to balcony or towards balcony, wants to see what else is happening on the other side of it. A little bit concerned because there's still a huge question mark towards the top of Banana here. Cypher will look to escape and will be able to do so. His teammate will make sure he's fine. Smoke deployed, but the T side is still grouping up towards B here, it seems. However, Giraffe has just threaded the needle. I think he heard it to drop as well. He's got to tell his teammates to start coming back here. That's a free site, surely. Instead, probing towards the side, or site of B as well. Extinct will go down. All of A suddenly find itself completely open. ITB, a hasty rotation. They're realizing as well they made a bit of a mistake here. They've got 2 kids. But do they really have what it takes? Because the A side is not what you usually retake, especially when you don't have any utility, no opening. Artist somehow able to get away from another engagement as well. But that's it. You don't get the kill there, you don't go for it. As simple as that. Fallen find himself the victim of Gizmy as well. Still continuing good form from the first half. 17 kills at the moment. Top of the server. Him and the Wall share that one, or share the throne. Either way, Viperio, immediately when the first chance presents itself with the guns, they will make that, or make it do with that as well. As we continue, we head towards number 19 next. And as I said, right, ITB was a bit of a bonus round for them in way, so they'll still have another bind this one. By no means is it going to be perfect, but it is still going to be a round that works out. Or whatever they might have planned here. It wasn't crucial, the only ones lacking a little bit of util, that's fine. We'll see if they can make up for that in other ways, but for now, looking to get Banana control. And Extinct burned down to 28. Trying to make it towards the top of Banana as well. Will eventually burn close towards Car as well. All more util goes through. I don't know if they actually did spot him, but they do have a 3-man beast up there just calling off as well, so they had that backup there in case things went wrong. Almost throwing a couple of flashbangs, a couple of nades over the wall. Well, for now, CT side try to make sure they're going to keep up with this advantage they had, but Rollin does give it away here. Me though, beautiful shot. Now, still wondering with Viperio, do you want to take this? They've got MMS. If he gets something here towards A, They could pull back as well, but they've got 35 seconds. All that util is headed out towards the B site, but a singular smoke and a nade from CT seems like that's calling their attention back towards A, because they've got the time for it now. They know 2-1 towards B, but they don't know where Crucial is. That's the problem. Whether he's towards the pit, whether he's still on the site as well, that's all a question mark for the C or T side here. But Crucial could make all of this a matter. Undisputed, but can't do so. Only one, and again, same story as last round. You don't go for the A retakes, not when you're a man down, not when your entire economy is on the line like this as well for ITB. Viperio looking quite strong here, I will say. By the way, having taken the lead here, this T side, which so far in the couple of games Viperio have played on this, has had a pretty noticeable dip in comparison to their CT side. Right, like CT side of their win rates of 55%, pretty damn all right. The T side's only 37, so I mean, they start this off pretty damn well. I'd say they do need these early rounds. They're so far making do with all these. But a couple more duels are going to be presented. Fight for the first one. Down towards the top banana, all alone. Had his teammate only there in spirit. Having brought it back, even if for a second or two. Here comes a long wrap. ITB, they got a taste of their own medicine here. See how this works out. The Giraffe has to take down the 5-7 Rollin. Close by, can't do so. Bomb as well in the apartments, but that takes care of that one. Extinct. He'll be making sure the site falls into their safe hands as well. We've also recovered this one now. Here, unlike the last couple of rounds, there's no reason not to go for this. Maybe that'd be a weapon he could pick up around the smoke, and oh, there's an AK timing as well. Absolutely supreme, but extinct. He will stand above the last man as well. There you go. 11, even if it does get a little bit scary. Viperio will make sure that round 11 goes their way. Now you are again. Trying to find out what this next one holds. CT side. ITB somehow, I mean, they are against the wall here a little bit. Now, it's not the complete end, of course, of this just yet, but do keep in mind, Viperio, if they keep this momentum up here, if ITB just now lose this round, they're going to be entering basically a cycle where they can half buy one round and then buy the next. That's not going to be pretty for anyone. Cypher, though, trying to be the change you want to see in the world as well towards Banana. Having found the first one at the Steve side. And to slip the net a little bit here, but the bomb's been given away. Crucial. Name absolutely perfect for what he's doing right now. Crucial point in the round, and he'll make sure. This one is headed towards the ITB camp. It gives me. He's been great so far, but at 1v4. Not so sure about that one. Although, giving him a couple of opportunities, but not too many. ITB onto double digits. What a round from Crucial, however. as would be. And I see smoke nade as well. You know what's behind? What's behind the smoke? But nothing they can really do anything with. This one though. Unless shit hits the fan, it's gonna be up to 11 here, and there you go, rolling it. Make it a quad kill against pistols, but it is what it is. That's padding nonetheless. 11 of course now. Headed towards round 23. ITB. I said they don't really have... At worst, they could have entered the cycle of ecoing and buying, but they avoided that for now. Who's Banana though? We've got a little bit of a show here. Fireworks, bullets, the whole shebang. Each side though find themselves down a man at the initial exchange of the round. Was A though this as well. You gotta watch out because rolling into smoke is gonna be tough to try and expect an MMS. Next man to walk out of it, Rollin will get punished eventually, but it's still a 1v4 for Orange to try and work out of, or work his way out of. Well, as well, Charlie's got this in the bag, or maybe not though. Not that easily, apparently. Smoke deployed, but Crucial was watching half a second later, who knows. Maybe the bomb plan could have been could have happened, but 12 to ITB instead. Viperio now. Well, the tables have turned. Or the turntables. I like that more. For their economy, it's going to be reaching the same sort of state that ITB was in danger of getting themselves into. Oh, here we are. With Extinct leading the charge towards Banana. Found himself one here. Ain't too bad. Warning shots as well, given on the other extremities of the map. Eventually as well. Popping towards the top of Banana here. One man who could stop them all by himself, all by his lonesome at the moment. Cypher. Only able to put the one. They put down the one. There's an AK they can now recover as well if they really want to try to get it, but 30 seconds remain. Seemingly wanting to head back towards the A site instead through second mid and into apartments as well. That's where Rollins going to be waiting. They have to start running soon as well. Hoping this has got to be enough. Rollin though. Timing everything. Rotation being made by Crucial in the meantime as well. As soon as they start running Crucial, you'll be the one who tells him this is it. He attacks towards A, but having dropped the bomb, they had to go back for it. Rollin gets two. Crucial makes work with one of his own. $13 to ITB now. Viperio. On 12 on the line. Not wanting to give away 14 either. First map ordered so damn close they had the lead, but ITB again, similar to the first half. They gave away a couple in the beginning, but they've started getting themselves back on track here now, though. A-side, only one man who can try to stop this, Rollin. He's an absolute menace at times. It can be yet again here, but Thomas shows up at the kill feed suddenly as well. Couple of his own, but both responded to by Giraffe and Gizmy. Man, mini pit, smoke deployed as well, but what a shot to remove Cypher. Left to wonder now, where is Volt coming from? Gizmy's holding the smoke, but as soon as that starts to fade, Volt will wonder if he has any sort of timing to work his way back into the site as well. One thing he has going for him is the fact that the bomb is not planted in the default position. It's not really anywhere known what the time as well. It's starting to run out here eventually. He tries to take a shot, but headshots by Gizmy. He was at a couple, and what a round for Viperio. Knowing exactly what's at stake here. The last they played this map as well, they did have a 16-14 win against Godsend, so not bad. The man who was apparently at the very top of back, that was Gizmy again. 27 kills he had that game. Followed up by Artist and Giraffe as well. It was a bit of a close call, but that was a little over a week ago, about 10 days ago, I believe. If my, yeah, 10 days ago. If my sense of time isn't completely, reckoning me here, but it's not. Don't worry. They've had a little bit of time to practice, I'm sure. And that they have, by the way, of course, because with the armor around the corner for both these teams, they're making sure they have the best chance. They're practicing as much as they can. Making use of the time as much as possible. Was that as well? Apparently was the reason Rice wasn't added as a... or was only a temporary stand-in, not a permanent member. Now, if someone does want to correct me and say that is wrong, you're welcome. That is what I've heard, at least. So, that's that. But either way, play towards A. The auto shotty, though, is an absolutely fantastic weapon. Rollin, though, he showcases that. Kiss me again. Left on his lonesome. Left to do whatever he can, but 1v5 ain't happening. No matter how much you want it. It ain't there. It ain't happening. Viperio stopped by the auto shorty. The apartments push. Not allowing to make anything with that. Instead, you give away 14. Look at the money as well. Look at the state Viperio have been left in here. By no means a place they want to be in. Crucial though. That's good. I know he's opening shot here. It's pistols. You don't want to let them. You don't want to let them overwhelm you. So do what you can. Giraffe though. I mean, he's trying. He's putting his neck out there to see what he can do. If any BS is allowed. None whatsoever. Not today. Not this round. Cypher. Through the smoke and last man standing. Line with the fishes. 15 to ITB. Map point. Reminder, of course, this is ITB's map point. Up next is Anubis, which... by period, they've had a couple of struggles closing out the map. A lot of them, or every single game, has been extremely damn close. But a couple of them, they've just not been able to get over the finish line. That's the problem they've had on it. ITB, they played it quite a bit as well. They've had a decent result, so... could be a little scary, but So far with how Viperio have played this first map, I'm not particularly scared. However, Rollin is trying to give a bit of a scare to the T side here. Immediately pushing through the apartments and at the same time giving Giraffe a gap as well. I do wonder if Thomas even will be ready for when that comes to it. But apparently nope. Out of control though, that's the key of the round here. That's what Rollin's got to try to shut down here. They've dropped the bomb at Rollin. Get his gun back out. He could find himself 3 here if he holds the trigger. Maybe even all 4. That's 1 and that's 2. Bomb dropped back down as well. Now flashbang out. See what you can do, but the bomb's made his way back towards A. Sight's been lost out of Viperio. Survive the scare at least for now, but the retake is still on for the CT side. They're not going to try and... We're not going to leave this one. Not going to let it go that easily, but look at who's behind Crucial as Artist coming back around. The man who started this round towards A could be the one to finish it off as well. He's locking 13. He's done so. Enough is enough, Volt. Ain't going for it. Has to give up 13 to Viperio. Still fighting for this one despite Rollin's best efforts. Now on the round of 29 CCs. You can see as well, their entire economy on the line. This could be the key to overtime here from Viperio. They can... Well, they can do. That's a good opening as well, though. You find Crucial and... Oh... Artist. Entry opening. Why not? Not only a 5v3 now, all you gotta do is make sure you can use that man advantage. Close out this round here, out from apartments. I think that's it as well. ITB, they're gonna call it quits here. Viperio, they're on to 14 now. Bomb confirms it. Ever extinct as well. He's trying to make sure these two don't manage to save. Both as well heard towards the B site. That'll tell the CTs. Or T-side plays, excuse me. Start running in, see if you can find him. There's the first one found, and now Volt begging he can leave alive with this AK here. Seemingly will be allowed to do so as well. The T-side, they still have their own money to worry about for the last round, but one weapon. Saved it to the next round. Volt as well, able to drop it all if they want to. At M4, UMP, or MP9 as well if you want to. Either way, the round is not going to be looking too pretty for ITB here. There's overtime. Only a couple of kills away. Same for Anubis. ITB, good that saved themselves quite a bit of a headache here. I imagine everything now being taken CTs. The AWP is what they've gone for. Pistols on the rest here. Crucial needs to be put to use with that op of his. Needs to do the best he can with that, but... A couple of nades going out. Doing a little bit of damage here, not that much, but... Still, they've brought Artist down to 60 HP at least. And with pistols, you absolutely need any and all damage you can do. Oh, Viperio. All they need. Couple of kills and you start with the first one as well towards CT. Now comes the rest as well. Extinct continues towards the B side, and you've got MMS already in the back lines, who could be the one who shots this entire round, the retake. All you need is to shut down the AWP, and there it is. Crucial's out. There goes Thomas, last man standing. Rollins not going to be able to pull this one back, even in his wildest dreams. We're going to overtime instead of Viperio. They were a little bit behind, but no more. Instead, we'll have to see how overtime goes. Alright, bamboozled, no break. Instead, we go right back into the game here. Overtime continues. As both teams at least have a bit of a clean slate, if nothing else. With OT 12.5k money as well. They've got a little bit of a chance to punish the AWPs at least, but not infinite money. Crucial. We'll see how he can deal with the AWP next couple of rounds, but this time, Rollin still making use of his fantastic positioning and aim he's got to work with. Couple of kills to defend A, and now you wonder, Artisan gives me so damn spread apart. Thomas, all he needs to find is one kill here in all of A. Goes back to the hands of the T side here, CTs, excuse me. This means you can swing wide, you can try and pull your way back into this with 13 HP. Doesn't have anything. We have any concrete way of getting back into the round. He's out Molotov as well. Not gonna touch Rollin, but he has an idea. He's towards the pit or mini pit here, and the nade. Underhanded. Beautiful little flap down, and the AWP comes out now. Yes, me. Trapped in the site. Needs to nail a couple of shots here, and somehow a 1v4 down the last man as well. That is one bullet to try and nail it as well. Can't do it. Not this time, Cypher. Takes out his frustrations of victory lap around the boxes as well, looking for util. That out of nowhere gives me giving us one hell of a show. Cypher definitely not happy. Definitely not happy. You can see that as well. Sprayed a couple of mags down, tea bags and all that. We do love a little bit of BM here. Round 16. CT side. Gotta make sure that you make these overtime rounds count, because that T side, at the start at least, it did look a little bit rough, so with Viperio, with them getting back on the CT side soon, I do wonder if they've got a couple of ideas of how to combat what ITB had shown them. That is beautiful, though. Nice little Molotov as well. Flash to go along with it, but the CT side, they're ready for that. Very much focused on bracket control, and now they know all that util for now at least was only a ruse. So Thomas as well, I think he did check towards second mid. They've called off the setup as well, and well, right as they do, that's when round 2 comes around. Viperio. Couple plays to try and take down Rollin. He's got the first man in this formation. Must be, though. Gives me. Does he check behind the car, though? No, come on. Come on. You gotta turn. One of you's gotta turn. No, kiss me. He's not checked in. No, you gotta be kidding me. Tell me you heard that step at least, but gives me. Gets the player on B now. Now he's wondering, wait a minute. How the hell did he get there, Cypher? 20 seconds remaining. He's still at the bottom of, or towards Banana as well. He could win this round all by himself. As they're gonna come through. Yeah, he gave him 4 weights and gets 2. Trade is there, but still, my god, he's managed to do the dirty here. Time though, there's none of it. Giraffe has to play immediately, but he can't even do it. I don't think he's got it. Just didn't make a time flash come through, and there's the first one. But through the smoke is crucial. My god, though, what a round. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what that round just was. It gives me finds the first man on B thinking Banana was clear. Just walks out second man, walks CT, but Cypher still towards Banana. That's just unreal. That's insane. And you know what? Maybe the giveaway is something you want to check out as well, by the way. We've got the banner in the description if you want to see what that has. If you want to enter, test your luck. If you're a bit of an RNGesus. Maybe you like the numbers. Gives me. He likes his chances at least. There goes the second one as well. That is insanely quick as well. That's 1 and 2. That's exactly how you draw it out in practice. You're like, okay, I'm gonna spam the smoke at the first one, then you jump up ahead if you're smoked off, and boom. Banana control, just like that. Beautiful Viperio. They definitely need at least one here to play with on the second half. At a 5v3, they've got the advantage no matter where they go and how they approach this. I think, well, finally as well. Not approaching somewhere. Couple of pieces of util towards A. All this, just to keep the CT side here for a couple of extra seconds. Well, now the actual approach. Into crucial. If the smoke isn't there towards coffins, things might get a little bit awkward here in the approach itself, and the CT side as well. Rotations to be made, flashbangs down and crucial. Oh, needs to light a couple of shots here to give his team a chance, but a clean sweep could be there, Rollin! He's got through the smoke, and there's crucial. He had the util. They could have smoked him off as well, they would have been so much easier, but now there's no time. ITB, they've got clean 18 on the first half of OT. Giraffe shaking his head. That is 18 to 15, and just like that, ITB, they might have just gotten what they need as well. Second half, though, my god, what is that going to be like? They just back and forth. CTs, they get a little bit more out of theirs. Top banana control will be forfeited to ITB. Again, one round and it's all done here. You wrap up Inferno, you head to Anubis instead. But we'll see. What does Viperio have to say on the CT side still? Currently, 3-man stack towards B. The damage. The spray is great for Gizmy, but can't complete the kill itself. One step. That Molly's a read. Wow. Need to finish it off, though. Cypher's gone. Cypher's out. Now, trying to Cypher their way out of this one. The CT side, they've got a couple to try pressure the B-bomb side. Bomb has been lost in the open against me. Spraying through the smoke, and he's going to finish it off as well. All 5 to him. The ace coming his way. What a round when you need him. No one else did even expect a damage all 500 his way. Viperio needed a lifeline. They need one more. They need 2 more to keep this in double OT. Keep the game going. ITB still have a pause remaining as well. Still got a couple, actually. 2 more. If they need those, but now. See where things are going to be going. And they need one around. It doesn't matter if it's by luck, by pure tactics, out aiming, out tactic, out thinking. Straight up BS. It doesn't matter what it is. Around is around, and ITB, they want it. We'll see if that's going to be available. Oh, maybe Viperio. Maybe they've got something else they want to show us. Bowman's taken it now by as well. Or taken it by the C side as well. A little bit more util towards long to go as well. Just to see what brackets holds. Of course, at the same time, you do want to pressure elsewhere on the map as well, because otherwise the CT side has got to take that for free. Testing what a banana has, figuring out placings and such, but Viperio. We've got a couple players headed their way. Artist will nail his first challenge. Right now, though, this is still a very much split decision. 2-2 towards A and B. Cypher, though, that's good. That's Gizme again. Laying the one way towards Banana, and Cypher could be the next man down as well, but jumping through with a bomb. He had a teammate coming as well. Crucial's alone right now towards B. Vol is trying to make his way towards CT. And that could open up an avenue, but nope. 20 seconds instead. And Vol's approach known to be towards CT, but doesn't even want to go for this. Crucial's got no money if he saves his AK. He could drop the AWP at least. You're looking at 17-18. AWP can be collected here as well. That saves him a little bit of money. But Viperio. 17. One more to double overtime, and this is something else. ICB. Still wanting to get to that 19. If it's 18-18, we go again here until 22. Though there's currently no real end in sight towards Banana. A couple of nades from Viperio to see if they can get that early damage in, but that ain't happening. If they forfeit all of that early control away, they'll be happy to play passive towards B. First volley of the T side of util as well goes in. Angles do need to be cleared. Need to be checked here. Hold on. This, though, different from what has been so far. Crucial, though, nails it. Full blind, doesn't matter. Gizme. Players headed his way. So far has been an absolute rock towards the B side. Has been standing as full and proud as any other one could ever hope him to be. But now, already close by, though, Cypher catching him. But it doesn't matter. He's in the smoke now, Nightclub out, back to the AK, trying to hide, trying to be sneaky, doesn't work out. An ICB man advantage now, but all they gotta do is buy a little bit of time with around his this, map is this, but what can they do about this when Boost has been spotted? Giraffe is down. Extending his neck a little bit too far to the east side. All they need is 2 more kills. Now just make it 1 through the smoke has been found. MMS. You're lucky to find him an artist. There is no way back in. Crucial holds the angle, and this is it. This is done. 1917 ITB. They take it eventually. It's their map pick. And it takes a while. It takes the OT, but Viperio, my god, do they give us a show here on map number 1. Just surprising how good that second half was, how good their T side was. Huge shout out to Gizmy, though, because he played out of his mind well there. What, 36, 37 kills? It was definitely giving them a lifeline or two there. Unfortunately, though, for the rest of the team, it wasn't enough. They couldn't keep it in play. ITB, they take their map pick. And now we get to see what Viperio, what they're really made of. As we head to a bit of a break, and when we come back, of course, we'll be back with map 2. Viperio's map pick, it's going to be Anubis. We'll see if there's going to be 2, because ITB, they've been known to dabble a little bit in Anubis. But all that, of course, coming up after a break. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. See you then.
Very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-Bet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault, and the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gents. As we're getting ready to head towards our second map of this best of three, we just saw how map 1 went, of course. It was taken by ITB. They chose Inferno. It takes a while, it takes a little bit longer than expected initially, right? We had to take all the way to overtime. But we did get towards it, so... But we eventually find ourselves at the finishing touch, at the finish line. 1917, the score, ITB. With the boost from Roland coming into that map at 30-something kills for him. Fantastic stuff. His CT holds, pistol especially, was fantastic. And then a couple of gun-rounds. Key was, of course, able to close it out. But it was a team game. They were the ones who did prevail. On the other side, you had Gizmi dropping 36 or 37. Insane performance as well for him. But it wasn't enough, not this time. So... that, of course, does lead us towards Anubis, which... I said this a couple of times, but I'll have to say it again, because it is something that still has to be mentioned. They played it a lot. It hasn't always been easy, but we'll have to see how this one goes today, though, because we're getting ready to head towards it. So, ladies and gents, Anubis, up to Viperio. Last 4 games they've played. 16-14, 16-12, 16-12, out of 16-13. All losses, unfortunately, for them. But close nonetheless. It's just about if they can push it over the finish line today. And perhaps we're going to see Vertigo. Yeah, I'm going to find out right away, though, how this one goes. Because the push towards Canal has been spotted in Rollins' Cypher. 3 quick kills from the back of that as well. They realized they had to try and bring something to the back of the T to make this one worthwhile. Otherwise, they'll just be running into a bit of a stack towards the A side. That's not fun. No one likes that. Artist, though, he's been removed, and Roland apparently picks himself up a casual 4K, because why not? Why the hell not? Quite the simple pistol round. They had an idea on how they wanted to approach this towards A. CTs, they had a simple idea how to disrupt that idea. Or how to disrupt that play. I believe this would be a top mid smoke towards bridge, or... Ooh, actually. One of ways for Canals getting real tricky from the beginning. I like this. Even if they're not going to spot anyone from it, it's still going to be information. Well, they're not hearing anything towards B. They've got one man towards A, though, who has to be real damn careful about this one. Bolt. First contact, smoke deployed, and now the B side. If there is going to be anything to try and disrupt their play, it is going to be a smoke and a flashbang. That's essentially the only things they've got going against them. Couple of weapons. Now, Cypher makes his own appearance as well in the meantime. What's the back displays? Easy. Slight struggle. Escape it. Cypher. We gotta be going ahead of his teammate here. Making them think that a second man could still be coming around from Connector, while in reality, Rollins, well, right by him. MMS removed, and Gizmy still doesn't know about second man. That's the problem they've got right now. Oh, no kit, Rollin. Sticking on the defuse and Gizmy. Thinking if he wants to swing this, apparently it doesn't matter. There's no time, no chance. Cypher snuck in. 10-second defuse completed round taken by ITB. Last round, Rollin picks up 4. Now it's Cypher picking up 4. Anything goes here as long as the round gets taken. We now head towards round 3. Again, though, they bring it back to just a couple of plays on the CT side here. They get the bomb down. They're gonna go for the force buy. No AKs, but Galils. Fair bit of util, but doesn't start off too well. You order receive a tag and you realize, okay, Crucial's got the AWP. That might be something to worry about, but then you go ahead and do that as well. Extinct been removed very quickly, but the trade is there as well, so all's well, in quotations at least. It's not great, but it's alright. There though, MMS, definitely not feeling good. Him removed gives me though, that is an opening towards B. They gotta work with that as well now. Alright, it's nice to just run it back, get the bomb. His teammates working to get the bomb site itself. All they have to do is worry about is a little man called Rollin here. Unknown at the moment, but they've got an idea. They've also got to get past Crucial. The problem is, they've got the flashbangs. They don't have any single smoke to try to laugh at the cross here. The shot from Gizmy is fantastic. Next man vault, and they heard Crucial's AWP shot as well towards CT, I'm sure. Get out, but I'll find the connection they required, or he needed, but instead open his way in toward the side, but it's 2-man setup he's walking into no matter what. His time limited. As Viperio very quick to find themselves on the board here. Despite what happened towards mid, the initial kill, CT side finding themselves a little bit of control from the back there as well, but unable to find the victory. It's been a little bit buggy and all of that, but B-side, they've got to worry about Thomas here, who eventually, immediately as well, will get traded. Leaves mid control in a bit of a question mark here. Figuring out exactly how this is going to be going. Towards A main, though, you got to watch out again, because the MP9s, they will absolutely shred up close, and taken 2 as well. ITB, they lost the last round, but they're back with a vengeance in this one, and I believe it's a 2v3. Poison, Viperio, MMS, and Artist. Towards B, they want to go as well, but they could have taken a detour through a CT. There you go. You spot the bomb, and I believe both players as well might have been seen on the kill cam. Oh, death cam. Not a Call of Duty, but still. Close enough. Eagle as well now. They know where Cypher is, but they'll just leave him be. They'll leave him outside B. This Volt is going to be the man who is Trying to make his way into this round here somehow. We'll see what they manage to get up to. MMS unable to support his team at the moment. This Molotov as well will flush out the first man artist. Committing to the fight, but AK collected a bomb planted for MMS. His HP, though, not looking too pretty, but on the other hand, Cypher does not have a kit either, so I don't think that round would have been winnable even if he does find the kill. Would have been a little bit of extra juice he's had. But not getting into Viperio, they do walk away with the second, even if there is a bit of a scare to that round. Down to just one man. Well, round number 5. Ooh, actually. The masked steps, I like that. Getting a little bit creative, but all the other utility I don't think is going to be helping the master sound that much, but it's fine. They get the sight. Giraffe gets a couple over his AK, you know, artist's turn as well. Finishes off the round, there's a nade as well. From sight to long range. But the outcome of the round, I don't think it was ever in question who's taken down. It was a fast A play. CTs didn't really have anyone towards the site. And only one the casualty, so they're alright, Viperio. Again, without an AWP, so this might be something they keep for at least a while here until things start going bad. If they even do, you know, where they keep playing fast, they've got a... Now, I'm not saying they're going to keep the Mac 10s, but at least... Not going for the AWP just yet, because they would have had the money in this round, but it's the early round as well, or early game, so... A lot of reasons not to have it, but either way, play towards 8. They got to send out the first 2 players, a couple of pieces of utility to be thrown in as well here. Only if they hold your bang toward the site itself as well. The CT side they've got Thomas in the smoke up close. And next match as well towards Hell will result in a couple of kills with the CT side. Gives me Mac 10 remaining. Not sure about how most of you tend to view a round like this, but I wouldn't say it's doable. I know it's a bit of a hot take, but still. I'll be happily proven wrong here if Gizme's got some shenanigans, but he's been spotted. Cypher, though, a little bit more than just spotted. He's been taken down. But same goes for the trade as well. Gizme found. Viperio. That was the bonus round for them, but now let's see. I do want to see if they're going to keep it the AKs, if they don't want to have an AWP, because it doesn't look like they want to have the AWP just yet. Interesting. Okay. That's fair. Though where this is going to be taking us, because mid control is being taken now by the side of Viperio. Smokes out as well towards Temple. Crucial is going to be denied any sort of access. All of this utility just to let this T side walk away. Not only, but if you look at the minimap, you see Cypher, or not Cypher, but Thomas and Vols pushing in behind the Gizme, so the smoke is going to be his undoing, because, well, he's not going to run through that, so Thomas finds him. Though, just a little bit of mid-control. T-side, though, still being red, because they had nothing towards A. Well, as well, he's still holding towards A. They're going to keep the speed stack going for as long as they want to. Eventually, they do get contact from this as well, which does result in a couple of trades back and forth. CT side down to man at this point. Down to just one man now. If you want to be more accurate, Crucial spots a couple that timing and a whole bunch of other magical reasons will result in his demise. Putting Viperio onto the fourth one instead. So, decent recovery nonetheless. Yeah, headed towards the next one again. We're gonna find out now. What else are we getting here? Because so far, I mean, a decent start, but you know, I'm a little unsure of what to expect out of Anubis after, you know, phase choke day 14-1 lead. You know, there are a couple of things here that definitely are gonna be a little bit tough to quantify, I guess. Made it very quickly as well, of course. It was the way you expect out of a round like this. The CTs, pistols. Not much of a question, really, is it? Nope. Instead, we move on with, of course, the guns there now for the CT side orb again there. We now might find or we might finally start seeing those orb duels, because, I mean, cave is going to be something that might come to question. But Crucial seems to be starting a little more towards mid here. So... Ooh. Mid though. T-side, pretty nice little double swing for them as well. Counter down, simple as that. We'll need to force out a fight. Well, now, Artist looking for the entry towards A, but that's not happening. This means he takes himself out, apparently. Wasn't content his enemies getting any sort of money, so... Take himself out. Leg as well. Hand, leg spotted, both. Giraffe still finds one from that as well, gets the drop. Now, a couple more kills coming through as well, but the bomb's been dropped to us both in the meantime, so that's going to be a tough one to deal with. Crucial. Having heard where MMS is. Makes this a little bit of a toughie for MMS to get out of here. How's that pre-fire? How's the pre-aim? Not good enough, apparently. ITB. A couple of rounds of idling, but... still getting these early rounds in here as well. Don't want to let Viperio get too much of a lead. Cypher, what? Is me barely not expecting they run through MLS though. Beautiful couple of kills for him. Making it another one for the T side suddenly. Getting themselves quite a few of these entries towards the B side, and not only the entries, but could be the closing kills as well. Looking at how this is going, Artist already in CT as well, he's deep. But deep on the ground, fall down to the rest of ITB. Giraffe picking up 3 there, MMS. Beautiful 2K for him as well. Viperio. was a bit of an all or nothing sort of round for them, but simply put, it works out. So all good. Oh. 5-7. Alright, never mind. Shot down. That is prime range for the 5-7 to get anything. Yeah, the smoke looks like it did betray Volt a little bit. His legs started showing before he could actually start shooting back. Interestingly enough, keep that in mind. Cheeky nade. Artist was already at 2 HP. The nade is enough to finish him off, but the round as well. Again, going to the Viperio camp here, so Anubis is going by pretty quick so far. It's going pretty well, I will say. Of course. Now, 7 on the board, might as well be 8 written on it, with the CT side having nothing really to fight back with. Maybe they can get a couple of 5-7s again, a couple of pieces of util, I don't know. See what this brings us. Is that a main smoke? Oh. Apparently it is. Does cut off the CT side from each other a little bit there. There's Molotov as well, so actually, pretty nice A-main control there. Viperio. They're not gonna let the CT side get away with too much, even if Thomas does get one of the CZ there. His time eventually up, it was only a borrowed time he was living there. Although, watch out for Extinct here. Crucial and timing. Gotta be everything here. Nope. That should give it away. I was thinking, surely not gonna go for the 9, but last bat as well. Here you go. Viper, get a free gun out of this one, an AK-47, but as he tends to run back towards B. Oh, A side, excuse me. You can see the results. But again, that's that. Now you head towards round number 13. With things as is. Viperio, they're looking alright at the moment, of course. I mean, they take this one again. You've got to be entering the same sort of scenario that we could have had on Inferno or ITB. Had they not won a round like this on Inferno, I said they would have lost the map entirely. It would have just entered them into the cycle of ecoing, then buying again, or half buying and buying. Here, though, it could lead to an 11-4 half at the worst. And already down a man as well. Thomas removed in mid. Good trade, though. We'll bring it back a little bit. You have the... God, how much of the B push here? Which they are expecting something of the sort here. Up next, though. Still more players headed their way, but I thought it was more players towards Tova Bridge as well, but no, they have 2 towards Canals instead. Trying to see what the last 2 can do. Now this is getting a little real interesting here for ITB. Because all they need is 1 more kill. Draft to be removed. I thought Viperio, they were ready for that, but no. there's any background noise. That might be my cat at the moment. Greeting, wanting to be part of the broadcast. Oh. Yeah, and Viperio, look at this. They seem to be pretty fixated on mid here, at least in the beginning. Smoke and a huge gap for Thomas. Third one, though, is going to be a little bit too far-fetched, but he's still done the damage. Speaking of it, I think Rollins did more than he's had to as well. All of B locked down by him last match as well. They know where Gizmy is. Molly will make sure Cypher lets him know where he's at. This is a no-go zone. 3 players watching this. Gizmy. Surely not a chance he wins this round. Surely not a no. Thomas, Cypher, they'll make sure of it as well. Almost in the form of tagging him up. Vault. There to drag away a little bit of attention. At ITB, 6 on the board now. So they avoided absolutely the worst case scenario. And now you're entering round of 15 as well with the T side on basically what is a second round for a spy at best. Though. You've got Vault to deal with as the first matter towards the A site, A main. He's been playing close quite a few of these rounds, so I wouldn't really be surprised if they try and check this. Running through. 2 different sides and immediately worked up the first one. Crucial. These shots ending up being a miss completely. M4, that was good for 2 for Thomas. They needed him to be tanky. He scored a little bit at least. One down to the CT side, both in the same position, both remain. That up, gives away the first one. A CZ again. It's going to be a struggle to finish anything off with. Here's the second. Cypher trying to claw his way back to his 7th round here, and he's still got Ron a bit up behind him as well. Bomb planted. Not for Giraffe, though. That's going to be an off angle as we expect him. The order going to be sticking as well. 5 seconds to the defuse. Giraffe can't even get back into this. No! Now Smoke confirms it. Rollins jiggle as well. He had to commit to that fight. Tried to play it cheeky, couldn't do it. 8-7 at halftime. We'll see you in a minute or so for the next half. Alright, welcome back. As now, Viperio, they're gonna be on the second half here. Viperio. Gives me on the util. Everyone else, armor on the USPs. See how they can defend against this. They've got basically a mid-stack going on here, with fast rotations allowed towards the B side, as the basic idea of what this round is gonna be like, but extinct immediately. As his name would suggest. A thing of the past. He main though. You gotta watch out for a couple of CTs trying to make their way back into this one and immediately find himself a trade onto Rollin. Now though. Tapping away. A couple of C-side players here. They've got the man advantage. You can group up and just get a couple of nasty headshots. MMS last man standing. Even if he had a kit, I don't think he would have had that. Even with all the kills headed its way. 8-8 instead. Pretty straightforward for ITB. But this is why the nice little quick play for the CTs. I mean, it's not going to work out for what they hope it would. But it's still a nice little thing to do, or a nice little thing to do in the beginning. Trying to save here. They've already forgone the round itself here, I would imagine. But hey, then the kill feed suddenly hits up 4 kills, so maybe they did try to give us a bit of a go after all. Gives me eventually as well will be removed by Thomas. But it is what it is. Now again, let's go. Round of 18. Should be, again, easy for ITB last round. Perhaps the CT side should have gone for the save after all, but... well, unlucky. What's he mean, though? You know what they'll get up to, what sort of shenanigans are gonna be up in the air. Oh, some shenanigans. Quick couple of kills, couple of AKs collected, last 3 on the T side of FAMAS and 2 Mac 10s, and... or, FAMAS, but Khalil, excuse me, but... even that as well was struggling a little bit here, the T side. We're gonna get their way back out of this round, seeing if there's any sort of relief anywhere this Mac 10 may provide. 1, 2. Third as well. Nope, never mind. Out of ammo. Instead, it reveals the position over the last mat and AK to be collected as well. Viperio. How come the guns? Let's see what Viperio now have. Just gonna keep it in mind, this is their map pick. They lost map 1 in overtime. No matter how close of a call it was, no matter if one swing or one had gone the other way. Things could be different, but they're not. This one they have to pick up. They have to win this in order to get towards Vertigo. A lot of ifs and what's and what ifs, caveats, but none of that matters right now. The only thing that matters is the CT side need to put up some sort of a defense here. They get a couple of kills, but the trades are there as well. But Artist, through the smoke, has found himself, or has found his team the advantage in this one. Trying to be the timing. Slifer and Extinct. Up for the duel, and last man standing, Rollin playing up close as well to try to catch off this first man. Extinct, if he gets that information, could be enough for his teammates as well to push in, but instead, make sure the kill goes their way. Underneath isn't everyone else as well. They'll be collecting whatever they need as well. Any util, anything they have on the ground to pick up. That's something. Something at least, but 10-9, Viperio. They needed this round. They got it. Nice to be as well. Time out for them. See what they want to be getting themselves up to now, because they've got money, right? Like Thomas at 9k, Rollin can buy for himself, so there's a there is a world where they do go for the buy here, and that they do, right? Well, let's see the results here, because if they don't, I mean, if they do give up 10 to 10, if they don't get a bomb down, get a couple of what-if scenarios, but still they have to be mentioned. Things are going to be a little interesting. Control, something we saw quite a bit from Viperio. Here as well for ITB in the form of Cypher and a couple of players right behind him, so they're very much waiting for something for CT decided to give them an advantage into this one and opening. None of that happening. Instead, they do take down Thomas. They spot the bomb on his back as well, and now begins the blending. East side. Only able to fight one trade. Look at the damage though. Cypher down to 2 HP. Crucial barely alive himself. 27. In a second or two, he might get, or might show up at the kill feed as well. Instead of wanting to continue towards mid itself. Meantime, trying to bring a little bit of attention towards the B site itself here. Nope. Eventually through the canals, MMS will be hearing this. Could potentially stop the bomb plant here. Doesn't want to reveal his position instead. Lets them go. Now that's crucial. He heard it towards dark, but where's that second man? Eventually he shows himself as well. This wall. Want to be 3 real quick, but can't convert anything after that first one. There you go, a couple of graffitis. making sure everyone knows. Viperio, they were on the site. Complete another round as well. That's 10 to 10. Bomb goes down. Doesn't really change too much. They already had it at low bonus. Maybe that does allow them to go for a couple of pistols here, like, I don't know, 5-7 Tech 9s, P250s if they really want to, a flash or two. The round itself, the outcome, I don't think is going to change just from the back of the bomb plants, but we'll see. Maybe they can get another bomb down again, right? Maybe they can get a little bit extra money, extra damage. If there's something they can get. This an interesting smoke. Not entirely oh, actually, yeah, that goes 8 main. Straight up. CTs, they've got the M4 here to try to defend as well. As that's 1, 2, 3 for Giraffe. I'm making it 4. No vision on any of them. Does it matter? The answer is hell no. 4 kills, bomb at a CT side, and they're suddenly swarming this area as well. Eco frags, I don't care. That still looks fantastic. Audio cue's the only thing he needed. Moving on to round 22 instead. T-side. They put a little bit more than I thought they would have, so... Again, down to just the pistols here. Oh shit. Vault apparently. Bad. An AK collected now for ITB to work with. Currently as well, B-side only has MMS to defend it. Smokes and mollies out. How do you do the defense here with MMS? Or fires off the first one now. A couple more headed his way. Damage. And another kill found as well. From that has opened up an avenue for the retake as well before the bomb even goes down. There's Rollin. Thought he could escape, but it ain't that easy. Volt, he started the round now, he has to finish it off as well. That smoke as well, hold on a minute. It's keeping... Extinct toward the side for a second or two. Now the timing is all that matters, and of course, able to get themselves on to 12 here. Extinct, make sure of it. Now get it though. Guns are going to be coming out for the side of ITB. They were in the same situation on Inferno. Things could have gone real dangerous, real scary, but I mean, if OT 1917 isn't already scary, they could have gone scarier. They could have been the ones who had to make the comeback. Similar to this, but right now, though, still close nonetheless. Quick action as well, crucial ones to get it. Something towards cave, but not given anything as of yet. Instead of the smoke down, now it's just a waiting game. Cypher is going to be seeing if anyone tries to push towards dark, push cave, canals, anything, whatever you want to call that area. Depending on where you are around the area, I suppose. It does differ a little bit here, though. In the smoke. Gives me again playing a little bit tricky, still continuing. Was fantastic on map 1 here. A little bit more quiet, but still has been part of the action in key rounds. Looking to play towards A now. We'll see what else. Oh. What else is going to be offered up here? Thomas, with him relieving a little bit of pressure towards mid, allows him to lurk out a little bit more. But into the AWP, no problem. Not at all. Giraffe, the last man standing towards A, but Crucial and Rollins trying getting on this, but above the smoke, they spot him as well. Oh, he's sneaking in here, 1v3. At times, an absolute menace unit to try and deal with it now as well in 1v2. Immediately as he walks out, though, he's going to be giving this round away. Having smoke phase the worst time for him. Little unfortunate, but it is what it is. There goes round number 12. Oh, 13, excuse me. Viperio as well. They just want to make sure they've got everything they can. They've got the AWP. A bit of util. They'll be fine. ITB. They as well, that bomb plant allows for another buy again. I do wonder, by the way, if anyone knows, maybe Zerfer's got the inside information here, we'll say, but if anyone knows how much these teams do practice against each other, because I mean, obviously it's the whole UK, with the UK derby, but or whatever you want to call it, but I do wonder if there's some of that practice going on between these two teams as well. If they've got some sort of idea and insight on how each other like to play, because of course, Vault as well has been, or at one point did used to play with a couple of the Viperio players, so there's something at least in that sense, but how much active scrimming goes on what not, but either way, we'll talk about that later, because right now, ITB, they're trying to get towards B site, but it's not working out. Odd as well, his some nice little flicks there. Leading Viperio to 14, so again, okay, that round more or less done before it even really got started. It was a 3v5 when they tried to execute, I believe, as well, so not that great for ITB, unfortunately, there, and we might be getting to the point where Viperio are going to be taking their first map, or first official map of ITB. Which, well, could be something. They almost did it on Inferno. Seemingly might be doing it here as well now. Only 2 rounds away. Ooh, not sure if we've seen that nade until now, but there you go. A little bit of chip damage. M4, the one they have, is now viable for headshots on 2 players. Actually, 3. And either way, you started off with Viperio losing the Artist here. The AWP is out of the game, out of the play, out of the round. No longer a worry in this one, Cypher. Dodging the nade as well here. But trying to defend against me, low on HP. Eventually cornered as well. That does lead to a bomb plant here. ITB, they might be denying 15 here. Man, disadvantage CT side. I don't really look too keen on trying to get into this. Problem is, the lack of util. They got one smoke on the T side that they have to throw somewhere. And eventually, there you go. That's been deployed towards Extinct. Well, there's a thing. Comes down to Giraffe as well. If he can find this, and he does, there's a chance, a reason to try and attempt this, but the time is so damn low, it could be denied just by 1 kill. And I think that's it as well. The temptation of going for it is not there anymore. One man to try and deny as well, and he's done its job just by staying alive. We've got 11 for ITB. ITB giving us a bit of a show right at the very end. A bit of a push. Nope. A little bit in the bank. It's not all lost if they end up on the losing side of this time, but oh, it's beautiful though. Gives me an Artist, both bound through smoke. Still one more though. Surprise party towards the back of B. But even so, it doesn't really end up too well. 1v3 for Giraffe, and well, even if he has been good so far, with 23 kills to his name, doesn't look like he's too keen on risking this. He saves, thinking bye. He'll be able to jump MMS. But ITB could seriously make this comeback now. The money is getting to that sort of fragile point for Viperio where if they lose the next round, they're probably going to be down to nothing, right? At half by. If even. Probably just pistols either way, but that'll be a worry for the future, though, because right now, ITB on 12. Let's see, though. With round of 27 around the horizon, the potential end of this one as well if ITB get their way. We'll see what we really get to here. Mid control, by the way, as well, I will mention, has been a little bit quiet as of recent. ITB, they started off a little bit more aggressive towards mid. Viperio, they were winning a lot of those rounds, so maybe a reason they've stopped going to there. And when Viperio's T-side was coming into question, mid was quite heavily featured in that. That worked out. This one, not so much. But re-smokes towards A main all the way from Temple, so that's been... that's happened once or twice now. They want to make sure that Giraffe is able to keep this position going as long as he can. Another smoked out as well. But if they want to go through this, it'll cost them. Giraffe, though, he's going to make use of this small gap as well here. The small little timing he had. But that could tempt him back towards A as well. Either way, man, disadvantage now make it 2. Extinct Could be the man who makes this round or break as well for the CT side, and he's got a chance now. Bomb going down to the side, trying to line up as well here. Crucial HP down to nothing. Suddenly, just Thomas having to try and clutch this, but I think it's already on the reefers. There's no time. You take 15. Thomas, you can take 1 at the end, but Viperio map point. We already go 1 round away. Now we'll have to find out what, if anything, ITB have left to give here. Because that round, it was going so damn well. They had the opening as well. They could have went back, but brute forcing this one. I said mid, underutilized for a little bit. Right back they go. Cypher with the opening and a trade as well found. Next thing, to look to play a couple of off angles. Thinking maybe one's towards the other side of the smoke. Maybe the one's already crossed the doors and they had. Thomas removed. Here's the opening. Excellent. Crucial has the moment he goes down. And that's good to be the entire round as well, but gets away with it. Half HP remains. Is this? Hold on. This is very dangerous for ITB at the moment. Yeah, Bomb is still staying solitary towards mid. He's got more than enough time to walk back if he wants to. Doesn't realize, though, Giraffe could make the play of the game here as well. Could just drop the bomb. That could be it. Doesn't matter if it falls toward the side. Look at the timing. MMS, he's not gonna let it pass. And last man standing is Rollin. 1v3. Already had a chance or two at a round like this, but now with 30 seconds remaining, he's gonna have to start running. Knows it himself. First man as well is already Giraffe watching. AK in hand and welcome through. Viperio do give us that third map eventually as well. Inferno, close call, but this one not as close. And of course as well, that breaks Viperio's losing streak on the map. It was 4 they had lost as of recently, but right back to it. I questioned it a little bit. It was a bit of a tough one. Of course, I said they hadn't really got it over the finish line for the past couple of games. They'd struggled a little bit. While ITB, they looked alright on the map, right? Their T side was looking pretty damn good as of numbers at least, but right now they were unable to show what that was really made of. Viperio instead, they had a solid CT side of the mid plays. They stopped ITB. They didn't really let them do what they wanted. And they had good aggression. They had good control over towards A main, for example. A lot of these things, they just added up all together towards that 16 in the end, leading us to Vertigo. Another map these teams have played a month ago. Yeah, right about a month ago. 16-12 was the score for ITB back then. We'll see if that changes now as we go to a break and we come back with map 3, ladies and gents. We'll see you in a bit.
Very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-Bet.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire. The courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions, to reach for greatness, to become the champion of champions.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gents. We're getting ready for map 3 here between ITB and Viperio. As now we've seen both teams take their map pick. Both games extremely close, but now heading towards Vertigo, a grudge match from a month ago when ITB took a 16-12. We'll get to see if that is going to keep going, you know, the same, or maybe there's going to be something different, because right now, Viperio ordered to take the map off of the ITB boys here in official games. So, there's that at least, but then you've also got to acknowledge with Viperio having made the change, or having added artist to the squad now as a permanent addition. He's been looking pretty damn good. I mean, the team as well. I mean, they've been looking quite solid, at least for now. So, I'm hopeful that this continues for them. Right? Of course, both these teams, they've got the RMR headed into next month. So, I think they're both looking pretty good for that at least. But that's not the question. The question is who's got to take this one. We're headed to Vertigo for both teams. Pretty well played, like 14 games for Viperio and 18 for ITB. I think both teams as well, having lost 6 and 7 games on that one as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be taking this one today. Because both teams, a couple of wins on the map now. It's 3 in a row for ITB and 2 for Viperio, taking the maps of LDLC and Coalesce. And I'm pretty excited to see the ending to this. Now, with of course the key individuals we had so far, Gizmi, fantastic on map 1, dropping what 37 kills, fantastic stuff for him. Then you got to see a little bit more of Extinct and Giraffe. I'd say Giraffe was missing a little on map 1. Extinct as well. They came back on Anubis, and now we get to see what these boys can do over on this last map as well. But for the other side, you've got one man who's showing up here again. Rollin on map 1, jumping 35 is of course as well. An insane performance for him. Second map, I mean, he more or less blended in with the rest as well. 18 for him, 22 for Cypher and Thomas. But you at least had these players show up now. You had them get something. And now you gotta do it on this last map as well here. So who's gonna be the key to this? I don't know just yet, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna go into it as well here. Vertigo starting. Wanted to see where exactly things are going to be headed into here. We had the knife round go in the meantime. We get to see Viperio starting on the CT side. That's what this has led to. And we'll see what else is gonna be happening. Pistol already has begun just like this. Low towards A, quiet towards A. Rev. Has to be a little bit careful, but maybe it's not him who has to be so careful. Gives me removed. Giraffe, USP. Potentially ready for a couple of his own here. Just the bomb plan, and he's got to do just that. Fires away at the same time as the decoy USP. The silencer will pay off. He goes unnoticed for the first one. Allows the kill 2 to have it as well, but look at the flag now as well. This timing for Rollin. With one man still low on HP as well. MMS. Him removed. Bomb to be planted as well. And dual presses on Extinct. Try and make this one work. Trying to make do here in 2 players. Both on the short dualies. Great weapons for this, but unfortunately ain't gonna see any more of that cowboy shenanigans. Taken by the T side of their ITB. On the board now. Start off this one. Hold on, crucial. Ruben Thomas. After a couple of USB shots, able to find the kills. They hold W as well. It's a 5-man unit surviving for the T side. Everyone looking A-OK, and Cypher as well, taking his anger out on the cones. Hoping that maybe get rid of the of the warning signs. A couple CTs might go over the edge potentially. I don't know. Who knows what he's thinking? Out of the CT side, though, they're happy to get their hands on weapons. That I do know. And now as well, headed into round number 3. It looks to be a fast play towards the side here. With a couple of plays trying to stop that as well. MMS has been removed through the wood. But that is the entry they wanted at least. Now, you know what else is there as well? They know, okay. Doesn't really give them anything else. They're gonna test their luck elsewhere, potentially, but they also come back towards the B side here. With a quick 2 for 2, they gotta look for the third as well. They do find Artist. Suddenly leaving Extinct all alone, and he's rotating his way back into mid. Where he's gonna meet his maker. ITB. That was very much a Hail Mary play immediately towards the B side to just throw the bodies at it to get that first entry. The fact that Viperio actually stuck around for that as well, they came back for the round 2 fight themselves, shows that they were ready for that. Unfortunately, the kills didn't go their way. Which, sure, a bit of an issue there, but at least they're reading this alright for now, but who knows, maybe there could be a change later. For now, though, it is what it is. Huge nade. Extinct better stop dropping his use before he gets dropped himself. Molotov headed his way. Here's it. Immediately as well. They still got another nade as well, but could get rid of him. Although a little bit too late. He crossed his way back. HP. A lot of it has been taken away from these CT players that still remain. Now eventually as well, even more. They're just going to continue their way in. Not that much retaliation from the CT side to try and defend. Once the casualty, the only one lost was crucial. They can even drop him off if they want to, so there's a win-win there. Looking alright. Now to round up 5. CTs. We'll see if Viperio can now put up a slightly better defense. I do wonder how the, if they do go back towards B, how that would go this time. If there would be any sort of change in that, but we'll see. Seems like they might be headed back towards B after all. They've got a couple players here. Couple of pieces of util to go along with that as well, and nades there. But MMS wants to make sure that they don't get too close. Although, close. Spam towards wood will connect with his Hobbes for a little bit, down to 26 HP. Be careful not to get burnt here. As more HP will be taken away from him, but T side. Still not allowed the entry just yet. But of course, as soon as I say that, an entry will be found. They gotta look for the second one as well. They do spot Gizmy there as well. Playing with the smokes. It's gotta be rolling. A little tricky, however. As soon as that smoke begins to fade, he's gonna be a dead man here. Even if he tries to jump up, same result. But this is interesting, because Viper in a very advanced position, still expected. Giraffe, that is insane. He's ready for that. Well, nope. Trying to be planted. There goes 1 and 2. Trades back and forth. Volt's the last man standing. Has to stick to bomb plan and gives me thinking maybe he wants to go through this, but both players low on HP. The CT side of the same 4 is perfect for the situation. No tracers, he can find them both. 5-0 ITB. This T side has started off fantastic. Now what's next? Viperio, they already took a map off. This was not the end of the world if you end up losing here, because this is still competing for who goes 2-0, who goes 1-1 in the loser case. Not as things do stand. A potentially rough start for Viperio. Still, there's only been 2 gone around, so it's not really anything. This is a bit of a struggle to find the first one. Rollin doing his best Neo impression, dodging bullets in the Matrix there, but not able to do that much. AK collected instead of the CT side, and the 5v4 to go along with it. You know, they made their way towards the B site as well. Moment to be planted pretty soon, so yeah, I see this Viperio in a situation they don't really want to be in. The AK boost above the smoke as well is a trick that can get you an opening kill, but it can very quickly be traded as well if you know it's there. Even if you just spot it for a second. That's something about... They're going for something else here. Another triple boost. Having found the open back of the site, that's an opening to go into the site now. Last 2 T plays, only a flash to work, and time is not on their side. That's all the CT Zoos run on in. And very happily so play the trading game to walk out on top.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Leave it to 1. Viperio. Looking to make sure that this one around isn't just a fluke in the start. I'm gonna get a couple more off the back of that as well, but I think the spray's gotta be a little bit off here. Oh, defending the A side now. A little bit of information towards mid here, but the noise towards B at the moment is going to be keeping a couple of these CT's eyes now locked in towards the side, the mollies and all that as well. More or less, it's going to be telling them all they need. 45 seconds remaining. More likely than not, it's going to be the commitment here, and well, a couple of AKs, more flashbangs coming in. entries to be found as well. MMS, though, still defending with his A1S. Has found a couple kills. Smoke about to fade will leave Thomas in the open. And MMS, he's done more than enough. Triple kill to try and defend here. Well, Giraffe playing this a little bit scared out at the moment, and rightfully so. However, the drop has been heard. Crucial one shot to nail this, but he can't do so. MMS and his triple kill ain't going to waste here. Not this time. Viperio right back onto a second round here.
Counter-terrorists win.
ICB. Still, enough money for another buy again, apparently. First 3 rounds, good enough for that, so why not go for it? Even if it doesn't include a Mac 10 and roll it without basically any util. They'll see if this is enough, because last round of Cypher did manage to get the entry here if he has a teammate to go with him this time, maybe. I think it's gonna work out well again, but I think they can let that happen. Realizing the potential of that same play again, say no. Once is enough, thank you. ICB. In the 4v5 here, they're still going to try and pressure towards the round because they know they have to get rid of at least a little bit of information the CT side have. And right now, they don't really know exactly how much they do have. Because they got that first kill. Wondering, okay, how close are they going to be? What do they have in mind? What sort of plan is there? All that, though, is going to be answered in form of the CT side. Receiving a little bit of attention. A couple of EKs. Extinct just walking into the open. That's a real ballsy play that is not going to be working out here. CTs, though, they're going to try and have a couple more to the same here as they keep on running through smokes. Damage. Plenty of it done. And Thomas executed, leaving what's one. All in it. He'll be joining the fray of Gizby's victims. 3 for him this round. Move on to round number 9. Eventually, finally, after a long and grueling task for Viperio to get back into it, they have managed to get themselves back. Or not back, but they've managed to get rid of the Seaside Academy. Speaking of it as well, then Messi's going to be farming some. Couple of kills for the old MP9 there. Not alone, the first couple of kills alone. Enough to take them away from B completely. CT still, they're still keeping a 3-man stack towards B here, so there's a chance 16 goes down and the bomb goes down as well. That already is a win in itself. Molly isn't really gonna do much except to disperse the T side a little bit, but oh my god, Thomas! 6-9! Mantis coming in! At least giving his teammate a chance. Well, it's PT50, but you look at Gizby, down to 6 HP. Well, oh god, surely he's not going to actually pull this off. The CT side, they're wasting time just running around. He's going to pick up the Molotov as well. That could be enough. Drop the molly, drop the smoke. There you go, finally. They do come back. They don't fully commit to the IV push. That could have been disastrous, but on the 4 instead of Viperio. Slight scare, but they survive. That is round number 10 now. Gadgetizing things up here for Viperio very quickly as well. How do we start things off? With Orb finding an entry. Thomas removed and last round, of course, I mean, his tech 9. Bit of a deadly case. You don't want him to doing the same with an AK this round. Potentially more. Is known to have quite the spectacular performances at times. Right now, though. Back and forth, T-side. Trying to see what they can manage to get out of this. But it's a whole bunch of util goes through, right? You're going to get a couple of CTs headed their way, re-aggressing off the back of this as well. And all the kills and everything going both ways. Bomb ends up being dropped towards the ramp as well. Leaving Cypher trapped between a couple of different angles. And you can also see as well, Gizmy, he's booting it the hell out of there. You let that bomb be picked up. Same for MMS. Thinking they're not going to have enough time to let Cypher just... Let Cypher not pick up that bomb. Might as well, bomb goes down. Cypher has armor to go along with that AK-47 of his. Do this though. Watch them. As those flashbangs. Tries to get it in the face as well. Here's the first man though, already on the defuse. Gizmy. Rock solid iron. No, our iron nerve steel. That's the one. Like the defuse 5 to 5. Play there one way as well, but it's not working out. And Cypher, he's got to make use of that space he's been given. Space now to take it away. At least he decided. I don't know if anyone else is going to be up towards a yellow at the same time. Nade's fantastic in terms of damage, but 111 will be able to finish it off extinct. You know, an advantage, but every single CT that currently still stands is towards the A side here. They're gonna try and see what they can do, but again, a couple of trades back and forth. Vault as well. He's going to be known to be towards IV, where MMS has a chance to start stealing this round away, because they don't know he's here. And he could get in behind a couple here. There's the first one found, and now one more towards the side as well. Crucially in the open. And surely they're not going to get away with another round like this. Flash with the peak immediately as well. Stick to the defuse, but Thomas not going to let a defuse take away the round this time. 6 to ITB, finally. After a couple of rounds of silence, they decide to answer back. Ooh. That's nice. Double entry, CT side as well, you can see their economy. Again, whittled down. So, the outcome of the round as well, of course, it's going to be decided basically already. And we were just seeing if maybe the CT side can get a couple of more kills here, or any. in this case, any kills, but the answer to that seems to be a big fan. Nope. That's 12. Around for 12, it's got to be ending with a 7-5 scoreline. MP9, though. Maybe MMS. Maybe he farms a little bit of cash. Maybe he doesn't. You live and you learn. MMS. This time he learned not to play there. Now with a Crucial's haunting. We're on to the next round instead. Piece though. Oh, PD50 on the USB, close stack. Trying to group up here, see if they can get a bunch on a couple of these plays, but Cypher is here for the trades. Even if damage gets dealt, there's only one kill they find. And from that alone as well, you can see. Happy to abandon A, headed towards B instead. Which of course will be quite the free one for the taking. Back 10 though. I do wonder if they're gonna let him get away with anything. Put him around smoke as well to try to fake a little bit of presence. Maybe that he is a little bit deeper. None of the ITB players they're gonna bite. They're not gonna. I'm gonna take the bait. Instead they go. With 5-8 now being the scoreline, of course, it's 8 in a row for ITB. Very much on fire again. It is similar to the first map, right? They gave away a couple of early rounds. But then they started coming back. First half, it ended up with them taking the... Or, well, almost taking the lead, tying things up at least. As close as they could at that point. Here, though. Deadly mid-turn was trying to get past that. There you can see why. Here we go. They're making quick work of ITB here. Everywhere they're getting kills. Well, we're seeing what Rollins doing. All of his teammates have been taken down here. Rampush as well. Extinct might catch a timing here. Bomb collected just like that. Easy peasy. Extinct. Put himself in the corner instead. See what he gets up to again here, because still, another two-man setup. This time still towards mid. Now around 15. Try to find out what this one will have at the end of the half. Hell case, they've got a giveaway at least. That I do know. You can check that out in the description of the stream below. Check the banners and all that. You'll find all the information you need. He's trying to find himself an entry or two. Might give away another one though, because Gizmy's down and here's MMS to try to shut down B. Unable to do so. Same as well towards A with Cypher. Continuing to be a bit of a nuisance towards A. Having found quite a few well-timed entries, currently sitting at the top of it, or top with 15 kills. Him and Volt share that throne. Now with this ending of the half, it seems like ITB. You should have this pretty easily in the bag. Here though. Contraction window smoke coming through. Trying to lock the CT side out of this round just like that. Actually, there's left side gen. Still works though. For the same purpose in this case with 2 smokes deployed and... or just last man standing. Spots the leg, but 3 others to find. Not able to find anything else instead. ITB with a very strong showing towards the end of this half here. We'll see if things go any different on the second half though. We'll find out in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Alright, welcome back. Half 2. Pretty quickly now started off as well. ITB, strong T side. We'll see how the CT half does finish this one off with it. I've seen this one before. This is what I do. Running up towards the A side here, the C side. They gotta try to bomb down rather quickly. There's a couple of duels they gotta take first. That's more than crucial. They're the ones who find all the kills they need. Triple for crucial, double for vault. As that is quite the pistol round to start off the second half with. Well, from that as well, ITB. I'm wondering if that's going to be enough for them to take the second half home with, but of course, just a pistol. Doesn't really mean much. Crazier comebacks have been made, even today. 11 or 14-1. Baseline. I don't know how that happened, but either way. Lifer, he's trying to defend B with a couple of flashbangs will be a little difficult. There's a knife pulled out for MMS there as well. He tried to be a little tricky, but didn't work out the way he wanted to. CTs, they do take the round pretty easily, pretty convincingly. Which now, of course, leads us to round of 18. Finding out what does Viperio have in store with the gun rounds. That's what they were playing for, because, of course, last round, just an eco. They're not even going to try and toy with the idea of making this one any more convincing. But here, a whole bunch of utility already. Alright, serving up a couple CTs. Extinct and Artist, it's their turn to get a couple of kills to join in as well to make sure the A side is officially theirs. This me takes his kill number 14. Viperio pretty damn easily. I gotta be walking away with their 7th here, so immediately, if you were wondering how easy or tough of a comeback is this gonna be, they should tell you it's not gonna be the hardest it could be. It could be a lot worse. I'm done. Seaside. All gonna be fine. Take about 14 damage around the corner there. If the bombs find it around default. Give or take a couple depending on how close you are. Usually no more than 20. Rarely more than 20. So you're gonna be fine anyway. There's a Fun little trick there for you guys. You didn't know, but now you know the numbers. Control. But now it's going to be forfeited by the CT side. They're not going for the deep control. Instead, they're going to try for a little bit different. Or something a little bit different here. Focusing on stopping them getting too far instead. Crucial. Another one found for the CT side from the back that up. Well, mid gives an opening for Viperio to work with. It's not a great one, but it's still something they've got to. They've got in terms of map control, but they also gotta watch out for B. Look at Cypher, he's stuck in behind the corner. They don't see him, they don't spot him. He was there, his leg was showing. Instead, Cypher was picking up a 3K here. Nice B. Yeah, look at that. Right back in the corner. They walk away with robbery. In broad daylight, Cypher. I thought they saw him, the leg was out there, but they didn't register it. They thought it was just a part of the building. Officially confirmed, Cypher is built different. 21 kills. Not bad. Not bad by any means. Close miss. T-side though. They're gonna try to make their way still towards the top of A. Couple kills. Thomas falling out of position. Thinking, should he stay? Should he go? Where does he want to now find himself in? The answer is not in too much trouble at least. The bomb goes down. Tap that first. See what happens. CT side. They're still fighting long range sprays and all that. Damage dealt. Now with a 1v3. None of it though goes the way of the CT side. That is hectic as hell. It's 8-12. Viperio, sure they lost that last round, but now, again, right back into it. It is. A little bit of a sound cue was given away, so nade's coming out as well. Although this, all in all, you imagine this is a round of Viperio do pick apart here. The problem is they don't really have that much map control. They're looking for it now, towards mid specifically here. Giraffe is... if he can find something himself here. Potentially, but... ooh, hold on. Yeah, that's... drawn a couple of ice here. Thomas, he's crossed over. A couple other players towards elevator. They're gonna try and crunch in on mid. Take it away immediately as soon as they can. And just like that, right? Mid control. United for the T had to lurk. The flank no longer there to worry about. Instead, he can focus on the site itself. Molly isn't really gonna be there to do what it's wanted to do. Well, they hoped it would have done. Instead, you're playing for the retake. Bomb planted as well here now, but damage, a little bit of it goes through, but can't convert the kill. Still more damage eventually. They do find MMS. Bomb though. Might be a little tough. Tough to try and take away or retake here. Not a feast out of, but decent either way. They walked away from this one. Viperio right on to 9. So, the comeback is happening. It is real. It's very much in play here. So,
Terrorists win.
only a couple of rounds to tie things up here. ITB will see maybe they got something with these save rifles here. Because they are going to go with the save here. If you do want to set up these rifles in the right position, maybe you've got a bit of a quick little entry and opening. You can try and snowball off that. I don't know. A lot of ideas, but then again, there's a lot of different ways you could execute any of these plans. So there's a lot of things. Well, this could work out for something. That's a little satisfying flash, by the way. Wait. Left and a right click jump throw. That was nice. And here, A site's being taken. The rifle's not really in a position to do much. The pistols, maybe they could surprise one, but then again, right, Bolt. He's already been spammed through the smoke. What I can see, though, you do have... Is that Crucial in... Yeah, Crucial's in Ivy, which... Now they know. He still got second one out of it. I said maybe the pistols can surprise, but... Crucial seems to be the surprising party in this round. Here's Thomas as well. They do notice he's here. Yep, that's going to be an easy kill. But now you got to watch out for Crucial. He's joined up with Cypher as well, so now they've got a two-man unit ready to bait each other out as well. If they need to, and there you go, 1-2 punch, classic left to right hook, and there you go to finish it off as well. Crucial with 3 in this round. ITB, they've now taken away a couple of rounds that absolutely should not have been theirs. Or at least the ways they did take them away. Cypher, the 3k towards B when they didn't check their corners, they didn't clear them. And now this one. These are rounds that absolutely hurt, and Viperio as well. They watch his back, they're gonna be absolutely fuming. They could have won both those rounds, this could have been tied, or by now. That's not the case, though. Round of 23 on the C side. We're seeing it. We're seeing if this is all they have. If they have more. Run boost towards B, however. Extinct to go over. And out. Haven't really been seeing anyone missing that as of recent. Don't actually remember if... remember the last time I've seen anyone fail that. But, no. An interesting idea, right? Running out through the smoke, it does give a couple of kills, but... That's all. That's all you get. 14 to ITB. As now Viperio, they're really gonna be sweating here. This is very much looking like a 15th one. They found the openings. They pushed towards B. They found themselves a victim towards mid. Not to speak of A, they found another one as well, but now they're trying to bring it back. It's the AWP of Artist who has caused that flank. Good though, Artist will trade. 30 seconds, he's trying to make sure he can clear as much of A as he can, but a little bit of noise made away as well, but holding the shift button comes back around for another round here. Still careful about sandbags, there's no editing about it, but as soon as he tries to tap that bomb, he's a dead man. They've got a nade as well. Cypher, say goodbye. Oh well. 15. So, ITB. First timeout, apparently, by the way, for Viperio now. Let's see what this time up can come up with what they're going to be now cooking. It's definitely not going to be what they're hoping for. Not what they would have liked to see. It is what it is. They have to work with this no matter what, so 6 rounds in a row needed to try to push this to overtime, otherwise ITB headed towards the 2-0 bracket playoffs could be waiting for them. And I mean, hey, so far they've been a pretty strong team for the time they've been together here. Past couple of months, they've been showing a rapid improvement. Who knows how this is now going to go, but they've got one chance. 1 AK, 4 Tick 9s to try and make any sort of difference with. Artist don't think can spot the other side either, so there's a bit of a stalemate there, but need to go out, and a slam dunk onto the AK of Extinct. Flash out T-side. Better start running if you want to go somewhere, because you're not going to get a better chance. The CT side, they fell back from it initially, but now they're back. They're not using any of the util they have either. They're happy just holding this position. Back towards B now, though. Play coming through towards A and damage dealt. More players spotted as well. They want to get rid of these AWPers on the site. Info that still remains, but Crucial's making a real damn difficult. The nades as well, the Molotovs. All of it seeming like it's enough to take down Viperio in the end. It is 16-9 on map 3. As ITB takes them all 3 maps. They will be walking out of this one as the victors. 2-0. 2-0 record for them in the games, but this game itself, 2-1. A bit of a close call here. Inferno. Overtime, so it could have gone any way. It really could have. There's a couple of swing rounds. Let's say those go the other way. Who knows? We might be looking at a 2-0 instead. That's not the case, though. ITB. They do scrape it by a very close call in the UKCS. It is looking pretty damn good, I will say. By Viperio, they had a lot of good calls. They had individuals showing up at times when we needed them to as well. On Vertigo, however, it was a slight letdown towards the end, unfortunately, for the individual side for them. For ITB, though, I mean, Cypher, 26 kills, need I say more? 26 and 12, actually, I will say more. So, he was doing pretty damn well. 120 ADR. They do walk away with the victory there, but we gotta be leaving it at that here, because we're a little bit behind schedule, just, only about an hour and a half, so so it is what it is. But hey, we'll be going to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to close out today with the last match, Endpoint versus Nexus. We'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit.